Mandy Gardner will be speaking some of her words. Yeah, Mandy!
So I'm in a writers group, and I have been for the last few years with Leah Shapiro and Lori Horvitz and Stephanie Bazewski, who's here tonight. And the way that our writers group works is we're a prompt-based group. So we come up with one of us chooses a line from a magazine or a book. And then we write that line as the first line of a story. And we free write for 6 minutes, and then we immediately share everything that we've written. So I thought, since this is a talent show, that my talent is apparently writing really weird stuff in 6 minutes. So everything that you're going to hear tonight was written in 6 minutes or less. I'm going to read the first line. I'm going to read the first line as a title and then repeat it so you'll know I've switched to something else. And this is a mix of genres. So I think it's really a trend. I think it's really a trend to have your left arm amputated at the shoulder now. That is so crazy. In my day, they only took it to the elbow. I would never let my kid go to the shoulder, no matter how much he begged. Oh, Mom, the arm is so much stronger when it's attached to the shoulder. He can whine. All the kids have full-length cybernetic arms now, but I will insist he stop at the elbow. It may be a trend now, but I'm a traditionalist. I won first place. I won first place in the weirdo contest last week. I cried. The crown was so pretty. The cream-colored sash placed over my head and presented with a bouquet of field mice. I once worked in a shop making beautiful arrangements of rodents, so I know how hard it is to get the field mice in just the right arrangement, and once I got rabies. You know, when you get rabies, they give you 100 shots in your belly, shots of bourbon. And if you survive the hangover, God lets you live because you've proved how macho you are. God is very into machismo. The machismo prayer. Our Father who hunts in heaven, hallowed be thy tank. Thy kingdom blood, thy will be guns on dirt as it is in leather. You will be amazed. You will be amazed, bedazzled, cuckoo crazy, over the moon with insane paroxysms of joy. Angels will sprout fully formed from your head, an entire choir of angels, and they will sing the Hallelujah chorus from Handel's Messiah, and then those angels will sprout angels from their heads, and glitter and light and rainbows will shoot out of your orifices. All of your orifices. And then you will be lifted up off the earth, powered by such joy that you will fly to heaven, and then beyond heaven, to the heaven that people in heaven hope to go to. That's how good this beer is. They say it comes back around. They say it comes back around, just like the sun and the moon and the stars orbiting. Sometimes I get seasick just thinking about those eternally revolving spheres. We're rolling this way and that way towards and then away from the sun. They say everything is a cycle, just as the seasons are tied to the orbit of this ball of rock and dirt and salt water we're perched on. They say the soul comes back after death, the way the leaves disintegrate into soil and nourish the tree so it will leaf out again. The few of us who stayed wished we had gone. The few of us who stayed wished we had gone, and those of us who left missed home. Hometowns give us roots. It's just that some of us feel the need to rip up and run away, to replant ourselves elsewhere. Why is that? Genetic diversity, perhaps. Biological, evolutionary reasons unfathomable in the blinking speck of a human lifetime. Even if we fled, we miss something about hometowns. Even if we hated them, even if the people were small-minded and the main street abandoned, only a few lights shining at night like a mouthful of broken teeth, black gaps between yellow panes. Even if the billboards reminded us we were going to hell and the street preachers looked us in the eye and told us so, we flee and later go back and feel nostalgic until we run into something we remember from school and they never saw much, never did much, never left. Even if we catch ourselves missing it from time to time, we're grateful we didn't stay. You swear to yourself you won't get caught. You swear to yourself you won't get caught. Despite the danger, you try to nibble at that bait. Sometimes it's a tasty morsel, nourishing. Sometimes you can eat it up and just keep on swimming. Sometimes it's got a barbed hook and you might get pierced, yanked up, clubbed, roasted, and eaten. But when you're hungry enough, you'll risk it and you'll tell yourself, you gotta eat. So you learn to look a little longer, get close, then back off. Not too far though, there's competition to think of. Finally, you swear to yourself you won't get caught. Close your eyes and bite. You're coming back to me now telling me. You're coming back to me now telling me how you've suffered, how I don't understand, couldn't understand your pain. You have gone supernova, a big, bright, blazing ball of gas at the center of the universe. And I am just a distant planet that you think is in orbit around you. I've maintained my distance so I don't get burned up. Listen, I am not a planet. You are not a star. This is not a poem. And how dare you? Let go of all your failures. Let go of all your failures. Release them and you will feel light as helium. You'll float to the outer reaches of space. That's how I hear it anyway. As if I could forget myself. Release my regrets as easily as a child loses grip on a string attached to a balloon. My failures have often been my greatest gifts. One loss leading to a later, greater gain. If I let go of all my failures, I will let go of too much. Manure nourishes new roots. No matter what disappeared from my life, no matter what disappeared from my life remained. The simple fact of my heartbeat, my breath, the rush of blood through my veins, that remains. I have lost lovers, friends, socks, my parents, my sense of direction, my senses, my head, but never my body. I have all 10 fingers and each inch, limbs, trunk, and roots all intact. With each inhalation, exhalation, every lub-dub, there is a reminder that no matter what disappears from my life, I still have a life, and that is enough. Thank you.
up.